Since we haven't talked about the project in a little while, I thought it would be fun to do an update video and kind of share where things are at right now and what I've been doing, what I've been working on with the book and just sort of the stage that it's in. And a lot of that has to do with these little small prints, and that's what I really want to focus on today. Just talk to you a little bit about this practice and kind of exercise I've been doing on the project, where it is right now, and hopefully it could be helpful for you if you're working on something yourself. Big shout out to KEH Camera, as always, for sponsoring this video. They sponsored the entire series where I went month to month, kind of updating things as I was shooting for the project. If you haven't seen that series, check it out below. I'll make sure there's a link to a playlist. You can see all the episodes. But where we're at right now for this project, I've got a lot of photos here, and I've been making these really small prints, something that I don't normally do. I haven't done it in the past for other projects, but I've been doing it for this one, and it's been insanely helpful, so that's what I want to share today. I've had a lot of 4x6 prints, up on the walls over the past year as I've been working on this project and kind of putting it together. And it's been helpful to have things up and just always like within sight, so I can just kind of quickly reference things. I can move things around as I need to. Even printing just a little bit bigger at like 8x10, that's actually been really helpful for processing the film scans in Lightroom. It's easy to misjudge the tonality when you see a black and white image with a lot of contrast. Sometimes you can't really tell exactly how much detail is there in the highlights or if you've lost any. I try to be cautious in Lightroom, and I'm hitting the J key pretty constantly to check and make sure I'm not clipping where I don't want to be. But noticing the actual grain structure of the film scan being completely lost in a print, that to me stood out immediately as I started working on the project, and just realizing how much more you really see of the full thing in the print, and so I would make a print, I would notice things that needed adjusted, or even if it wasn't about detail being lost or, things that I was missing on screen, just the overall contrast in general. It's going to translate differently on ink and paper as opposed to on the screen. But I digress. That's not what this video is about. This one is about the small prints, and this doesn't need to be, quality in mind. You don't need to do this with a nice printer. I've made all of these with my Canon Pro 1000. Nice big old printer, and you can fit so many of these little bad boys in that thing. But you don't have to use something like that. You could use just a regular, office printer or something, whatever you have access to. I know there are a lot of new mobile photo printers that you can do through an app and just do things really quickly on the go. That's also another option as well. This doesn't have to be about the quality. This is specifically about the exercise and having something like this always available. Making these really small prints, I basically just print off a bunch of contact sheets directly through the Lightroom print module. Contact sheets have been around forever. Obviously, we know how useful they are, especially when you just want to look through a lot of things at a glance. What I've done is printed them off, and then I just take the roto trim out and I'll chop everything up. So it's this nice little, almost like small deck of cards that I keep with me everywhere I go. It's in my camera bag, my jacket pocket, in the truck. Anywhere I go, I just take this stack of prints with me and a rubber band, and anytime I have an idea or a thought, or if I just want to get things out and kind of, play solitaire with myself, basically. It's like I'll set out different photos and make little groups, little sequences, and I'll take snapshots with my phone, and then I'll just shuffle everything back up together. And it's been a really fun exercise for me to always have something that's evolving and isn't just locked into one place. For so long, I've had things just in the office on the wall, and that's been really helpful just at a glance. But when it comes to turning the page and this thing becoming a book and finding all of the little through lines in there, this is something that's been extremely helpful because it's always with me. Prints this small, it would also be really easy to take like a blank notebook or journal and just kind of tape these in or stick these in, sort of make a little book maquette. That way you can kind of get a feel for how things are going to be, flipping from page to page rather than just looking at everything all at once. It's a great way to just sort of get the actual format and the feel of the book across when it's still in its, infant stages. Whether you're working on a personal project, a book, or just individual pictures, if you're just trying to improve your photography, having some small prints always with you. Yes, you could use your phone as well. I get that. You could just keep everything on your phone and quickly look at it or show anybody that. But that's not as fun. And if you've got your phone out, you're going to get distracted. You're going to end up just scrolling and looking at other people's work. Take some time, focus, and look at your own work, even when it's uncomfortable. Trust me, I know all about that. But just focus on your craft and your work. That's how you're going to get better. Before we wrap up, I want to take a minute to thank our sponsor, KEH Camera. Without their support on this YouTube series for this project, this body of work would not be here, so I'm incredibly thankful for their support. KEH Camera has been buying, selling, and trading used photography gear for over 40 years now. Whether you need a camera body, a lens, a tripod, anything you could possibly need, there's always a good chance they have it in stock at KEH because their inventory is massive. On top of that, they have a risk-free 21-day return policy for thousands of their items, along with a 180-day warranty included, so you can rest assured when shopping there. If you need to trade in or sell any of your gear, they also have a quoting system on their website that's available 24/7, and you can also schedule a video chat with one of their buyers if you'd like to have your equipment professionally graded. Be sure to use the affiliate links below anytime you're shopping with KEH to support this channel. It goes a long way at no extra cost to you, and as a matter of fact, for 5% off your order or a 5% bonus on your quote, make sure you use the codes on screen and in the description down below. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. If you're not already printing regularly as a part of your photography practice, I would definitely encourage you to do so, especially for any book or project-based things. Having a lot of the photos, small prints like this sort of stuff has been really helpful for me. I hope it's helpful for you. If you have any questions at all or other strategies or techniques, things you do to get the work done, I'd love to hear it down below. But that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I love you all very much. I'll see you guys soon.